10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, everybody. It is Friday, June 3rd. 6 months have passed by, and welcome to the Iconic Video Games Podcast. I'm Axel1324.
I'm Doggy Dog 420.
And we have a very special guest with us, the one, the only, the Mag. Say hello.
Wow. I got full screen on this. Fantastic. Guys, what an absolute honor to be here tonight. Honest to God, man. As soon as I got that message from Axel, and I'm like, I can't say no to this. I haven't spoken to Axel or made fun of him in so long. I had to get out there and do something. And then I got Doggy Dog, who's always the man in the chat, always there. Man, it's absolute pleasure to be here. And you know what? Coming hot off the heels of that Sony, Jesus Christ. So, Sony State of Play. I could finally speak again. So we got a lot to talk about. Tony Grasso, I see you in the chat, buddy. It's nice seeing you, brother. And everybody else in the chat, guys, let's have a great show tonight.
All right. And speaking of the chat, let's say hello to the chat real quick. Kilomilo, as always, first in the chat. He says, Hi, Kilomilo. Thank you so much for stopping by. We got Splendiferous. What's going on, my people? Hey, Splendiferous. Thank you so much. There's a new one, Brutal Legend 2. Hello, Brutal Legend. Welcome.
What's up?
Like to have you here. Tony
Wow,
Grasso.
he's the sequel.
Yeah, that's right. He's the sequel. That's right.
Yeah.
We got Tony Grasso in the chat. He says, hey, fellas, great to see Mag on the show. One of my favorite people in the community. Have a great show. He is one of the favorite people.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony Grasso. You're the best, brother.
Well, my wife is here as well. Luis Vien, she says, Yahoo! Now, quick secret, Mag, she doesn't know you as the Mag. She knows you as Tony Baloney.
Oh, really? He's been hiding for quite a while.
Yeah,
Don't know where he's been hiding and what closet he's been in, but he hasn't been hanging around. I'll tell you that much.
We got Lito Terminus, my Halo brother, saying, hey, everyone. Hey, Lito. Thank you so much for stopping by. And
Itchy Bullsack.
Itchy Bullsack. Hello,
Family
everyone.
show, Axel? These are the kind of people you attract?
This is. These are my people.
Bullsack.
Yeah, matter of fact, the other day I was talking to Doggy, telling him, man, if somebody pulled a D's nuts joke on me, live on the air, I would laugh so hard it was not even funny.
And you just walked into it. You just said it. Unbelievable. There's children listening.
That's right. Hey, kids find those jokes funny. I know I did when I was a kid.
Of course they are.
All right. John 907I says, hey, everyone. Hey. Thank you so much. All right.
The king of D's nuts jokes is Yobi.
Yobi,
master. Yeah, he's the master of the D's nuts. He'll get you.
You know, speaking of Yobi, he actually made a cartoon caricature of me, and I absolutely adore it. I gotta send it to you guys. It's so ridiculously good. And he just sent it to me. He's like, here, this is for you. I'm like, oh my God, it looks so good. So I want to use it on one of my shows. I'm gonna be on coming up soon, sometime this month. I'm doing Gaz with Gaz on Game On Daily with him.
Oh, I love Gaz.
He's
sauce.
Great. Yeah, the souls. And we'll be doing a sauce thing, and I'm using that as my avatar for it, so it's gonna be really funny. But yeah. Anyways, I'll show you guys later.
Brutal Legend says, didn't Axel smoke Tony B in Titan's Quarter? You're damn right I did.
No.
Oh!
You're right I did.
Oh, it was a memories, yeah.
It was a pity win. Don't you understand? Because I won like 11 times in a row or something, so they had to give a pity win to somebody. So Axel just happened to be in line.
I think what it is that I'm the only one who brought it back as hard as you dealt it.
Man, that was a classic one. That was it was.
That was good. I like my blood pressure went up like 30 points doing that one. Yeah, it was like my head was gonna pop off. That's why I don't. Yeah, it's like all the screaming going on. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do that anymore. It's like at midnight. Remember that? Like those days with Noob and stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
And Tony's core and the fight was at the very end, so you had to stay
up
to catch
man.
it.
It was like after midnight, and I was already exhausted, and I was just like, I gotta go to work in like 4 hours, but I gotta scream this. I gotta scream this one out, man. I gotta get this out. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, it was good times. What's up, John? I see you in the chat there, brother. Sorry, I'm saying that instead of typing.
No, wait, hold on. Where is it? Dog, where did he go? Xbox 4 says, what's going on, people?
Aren't you on
Crossfire right now? He says it like Xbox.
No.
Xbox, aren't you on Crossfire right now, or did you and Mooch get a divorce?
No, he hasn't been on Crossfire. No, you're right. He is on Crossfire right now.
He should be.
Yeah, cool. He's multitasking. Well, thank you for multitasking this
wow,
way.
he's in the chat, and he's listening to Mooch screaming about 20 million PS5 sold and 18 million of them to scalpers.
That's only if it was a B. I don't know if that's a good B or like a letter B, like a grade A, B, C, D.
Might have forgot to put the S at the end of it.
Hey, there's a good show, Tony Grasso. Gaz and Mag. Yeah. Who wouldn't show that one?
Right.
Well, that's coming.
That's right.
That's coming
again, the Mag, it is fantastic to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yes, of course.
We are going to be talking about the Sony State of Play that just went on. And of course, here we are all about the games. So, they showed some games, so we're going to talk about them. And the first game they showed off, we're going to get right into it, is, oh my gosh, I have the volume up. Hold on. Let me turn the volume down. Less copyright.
Already? It's only 7 minutes into the show.
Right.
All right, March 24th. Good day.
That's right. 2 days before my birthday is Resident Evil 4 Remake. Now, Resident Evil 4 Remake, a lot of people consider Resident Evil 4 to be the best Resident Evil in the franchise. So this remake is a big deal. If they do it like they did Resident Evil 2, I think it's a W. If they just remaster it, I think it's an L. But I think they're going to redo it the same way they did Resident Evil 2, and it's going to be a W for me. And by the way, Resident Evil 4 on VR, awesome. The current Resident Evil 4 on VR. Let's go to the Mag. The Mag. Yeah. Is this a good one for you or a bad one for you?
Oh, come on, man. This is a good one. I mean, I hate to say I grew up with Resident Evil, but that's not true because I was already almost 20 when it came out. So, right? So I can't remember. How many years has it been? Whatever. I was in my 20s. It must be somewhere around there. So anyways, 50. The point is I'm a Resident Evil fan. I always have been, always will be. And seeing that this is 100%, it is confirmed that this is a ground up remake, that they did the same thing with Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. And man, it's like the Brady Bunch. I keep moving around all over the place. It's fantastic.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I love it.
Keep you moving.
Here's the thing. I've been hearing some rumors about this game saying that they are finally going to find a way to tie it in because they were able to build it from the ground up, right? So they don't have to follow the exact narrative. The word is that it's actually going to tie in directly to Resident Evil Village. So it's something that we've suspected all along, right? Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, come on. Like, how many creepy Eastern European villages could there possibly be in the same area with the same situation? Well, I know, that's kind of true. Yeah. Just go to like the far ends of Czechoslovakia. There's probably or Transylvania. That's all I have to say there. Anyways,
that's right.
The thing is, they said that they're actually going to officially have a tie-in with Resident Evil Village, and it'll all make sense, right? How they're going to fit that in the timeline, I'm not really 100% sure. But I got to give it to them. For a video game series, they've done a hell of a good job of maintaining continuity, right? So that they're able to actually plug in, Resident Evil 2 takes place during this time, during this day. It's actually the same night as this night. This one happens here. This one happens 10 years later, but actually Resident Evil 7 happens before part 1, and it just happens to be a 2-hour drive away from this and that. And you're like, huh. So they actually, as opposed to just releasing games and just be like, you know what, don't worry about the continuity, let's just go with it. They do a really great job of maintaining the legacy of the series, right? So that's what I see there. I'm excited for that big time. You are right, Axel. I do have Resident Evil 4 on the Meta, whatever.
The Meta Quest.
I still call it Oculus. I'm sorry. But anyways, on the Oculus Quest 2, Meta Quest, I have it there. It's a lot of fun, and I haven't really played a lot of it because my wife took my headset and won't give it back. So because she's been playing Resident Evil like crazy, and now she's doing all that exercise stuff on it, right? So anyways, when she's done, I'll finally get back into it. But man, am I allowed to skip forward and talk about? No. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. We'll talk about other Resident Evil stuff in a minute. As for number 4, 100% day one. Now, here's the thing. Where I'm gonna buy it is entirely up to Sony. And what I mean by that is that Sony has done a magnificent job of really, and they've been doing it for years, okay? All right? Anybody says anything otherwise, you're a fool, okay? They have done a magnificent job of owning third-party games. And what I mean by that is that games that are multi-plat, they still make it seem like they're coming to the PlayStation. Period.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And they've done one heck of a magnificent job doing that, right? So they've always, like, even when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, everybody thought that was an exclusive to Sony. And, and so that's how you win the mind share. And so what they're doing here with this entire state of play, if I were to just break it down that way, is that they have owned it so that it makes it seem like the Resident Evil, that the PlayStation is a Resident Evil box. You know, it's a Final Fantasy box, even though, funny enough, all the Final Fantasies are on Game Pass. It's still synonymous with PlayStation. This Resident Evil 4, now here's what I was getting at, is that I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it on Xbox or whether I'm going to buy it on PlayStation. And the reason why is that if they implement a lot of cool stuff with the DualSense 5, because it is a Sony marketed game, I will get it for the PlayStation. Doesn't make me a fraud. It's just because I enjoy that controller. Like, for example, I'm double dipping on Hogwarts Legacy because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. And I'm getting it for Xbox because I game share with my wife. And she's a monster Harry Potter fan. Actually, we're going to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway in next week, actually.
Ooh.
So there's a musical Harry Potter?
Wow.
Well, it's not a musical. It's a play, but it's actually a sequel. It's a sequel that takes place 20 years after the events of the Deathly Hallows. So it's supposed to be magnificent. And it was written by J.K. Rowling. Anyways, the thing is, we're going to go see that on Broadway. Anyway, the point is that I'm going to be getting on Xbox because I game share with her. However, I read an article about all the DualSense 5 features that they're putting out for that game because it is a Sony marketed game. And I was like, how can I turn this down? Apparently, like the haptic feedback with like the wand stuff and with the casting spells, even the controller will change colors to your house colors that you picked when you were at Hogwarts. And I'm like, that is amazing. So the point is, let me rewind it all back, is that Resident Evil 4, if it has all kinds of really cool DualSense 5 features, 3D haptic feedback, 3D audio, spatial sound coming through the controller, I'll get it on PlayStation. But either way, I'm getting it day one.
Day one Resident Evil 4 fan. Doggy, what about you? Resident Evil 4, are you buying it? You passing on it? What's going on?
First of all, I'm going to say thank you very much, Mag, for joining us, man. Love you so much.
Of course, brother.
My first podcast with you, you Noof and Titan. And I love you guys, man. Thank you so much for that. You know,
Get a room.
You've always supported me. You've always been awesome to me. You know, so except for all the crap
family, man. You guys are family, no joke.
Oh yeah, it's just always loved you, man. You're always great and just a great part of the community. And your videos that you do on Twitter, that stuff is absolutely hilarious. That one you just put up. I don't know if that was earlier or when you did that, but that's hilarious. I just saw it a little bit before the show. That's great. Yeah,
the one today is kind of getting some traction now. I couldn't help myself. It was right there for the taking. I was like, oh man, I gotta go. Is
that kind of making fun of the other dude that did that had the red Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, and I don't have a red console, but I had a red Spider-Man shirt, so I'm like, well, I got it.
I do it. We do it.
It was still so funny.
So yeah, man, thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate it, and
of course,
always a pleasure to be on the show with you. So, it's always just a pleasure listening to you on the show when I'm in the chat. You know, so the Resident Evil 4. I agree with I'm gonna agree with Axel on the fact they're redoing this. What's that? Remake. If they're remaking it, not just kind of remaster or whatever, redoing, then it's a winning. I'm not the hugest Resident Evil guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was cool. I played Resident Evil's like Code Veronica days, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if there's not a million things going on, a million other games coming out, like if it's kind of dry, when this one comes out, I'll get this day one or whatever, I'll be cool with it. If there's a million other things, I'll just probably catch it on sale just because, Resident Evil's not my... Yeah, because I can. Yeah, Resident Evil's not my hugest thing, but it looks awesome, looks great. I'm sure they're going to do a justice to it. And if they're doing a tie-in with the Village thing, like Mag was saying, that's totally interesting. So, sky's
Yeah,
the limit
that's
with
the
this,
word.
really.
Is that I mean, like when you launched Resident Evil, or even just watch a trailer for Resident Evil Village, the first thing that comes to everybody's mind is like, I wonder if this has got something to do with Part 4. Like it's instantaneous, right? So like,
Okay, right.
But the word is, as I heard about yesterday, is that there will actually be a direct tie-in to the game, and it'll actually be part of the timeline, where it actually interconnects at some point. So that's really cool. I don't know if maybe they're going to discuss that. There was a rumor, of course, that Resident Evil Village DLC was supposed to be shown at the State of Play, which did not happen. But maybe that DLC will be a tie-in to Part 4, right? So maybe that's something that'll come out a little bit closer to when Part 4 comes out on March 24th? Either way, I'm in there.
March 24th.
Yeah, March 24th, yeah.
So maybe somewhere in like December or January, they drop the DLC for Resident Evil Village, and that gets people enticed to go back and play number 4, right? So you drop it, you give the nugget, and everybody goes, "Damn, that was hot." Where's the continuation? The continuation is Resident Evil 4. I'm buying it, and then that'll get people to buy it. That's how you do that. That's how business works, right? So I can.
That's how you do it. You build on the hype that's already there.
Yeah, and Capcom is steamrolling, and they should, definitely. The snowball
Absolutely.
is just,
yeah. Let's check in with the chat real quick. Xbox says, "I just got off work. No Crossfire for me tonight." But not just that. When we were talking about Resident Evil 4 being one of the best, he comes in with Code Veronica all day.
Yeah, see.
Code Veronica is a great game, Xbot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's
a great
game. I got it on my
Dreamcast,
baby.
Do you guys? I don't know if you guys remember this. There used to be a old game store. It was like one of those like mom and pop kind of video game stores back in the day. And I used to waltz in there every once in a while and just kind of peruse. And I didn't even know that Code Veronica was coming out. I didn't even know the game existed, and I was already a monster Resident Evil fan. And I looked on the wall and I saw the picture of her with like, the pink jacket on or whatever, or the purple jacket, or red, whatever. And I'm like, what is that? And by the way, Kylo Milo, it's not going to lose its PG rating. I'm an adult too, I have children. I know how to, well, I swear in front of my children, but that's besides the point. I'm not going to swear on the show. I'm not going to swear on the show, okay? I do PG shows. It is possible. I just did a show 2 weeks ago with Colt Eastwood. Trust me, that's PG and corporate as it gets, baby. So anyways, take it easy. Anyways, I asked the guy, I go, what? I go, what the heck is that? And then he goes, oh, man, it's a new Resident Evil game. And I'm like, what do you mean a new Resident Evil game? Where does this fit into the timeline? Because there was no number, right? And he's like, I don't know. It's just great. I'm like, all right. So I got it. I picked it up like right then and there. $100 in those days, right? Well, it's $100 now, so no different. But wait, you know what? Super Nintendo cartridges were like $100 at one point. Remember that? No. Way back when? Or N64?
Because I used to get mine at yard sales and the secondhand stores. I never got new.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So, but new, holy mackerel, were they expensive. Anyways, I picked it up, brought it home. My God, that game was awesome. So, Xbot, you get that one. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Checking back in with the chat. By the way, it is awesome. Code Veronica is one of my favorite games on my Dreamcast. HTK says, howdy, HTK in the chat. Thank you so much for joining in. And we got Vic the Click. What's up?
So, Vic, man.
Vic. And Mako Power, Mako, he makes a good point here. I'm the hugest Resident Evil guy. Wrote my dissertation on it. That's right. He got his PhD based on Resident Evil.
Get out of here.
That's a thing. This seems weird to me. Like, they're trying to make it serious and scary for some reason. It's a horror game. It should be.
If you play the first one, which I'm sure everybody has at one point.
It was so campy. It was awesome. I loved it.
It was great, though, wasn't it?
Yes.
Like, what it reminded me of? It reminded me of an old school... like Vincent Price horror movie. They're not like scare the pants off of you. They're not like keeping you up at night staring at the ceiling because you just finished watching The Babadook. It's one of those movies that those are the movies that you're like, that was great fun. And it was like just enough scary that it wasn't too scary. You know what I mean? And it was just like the atmosphere. And that's what Resident Evil is. Resident Evil is all about the atmosphere, except for part 6, which was a nightmare.
Yeah, that was action game. Hey, shout out to Lemon from 108 Dragons TV. He made it.
Lemon, what's up?
It's been a while.
Thank you so much for joining in. Be sure to catch his show tomorrow. Lemon, you're showing tomorrow, right? Let the people know in the chat what time your show is. I'll give it a shout out.
6 Eastern.
6 Eastern. Yep. That's right. Dragons Den TV. Be sure to watch it, guys.
Yep.
Super fun. Yeah, Resident Evil 4. Like I said, I love it on my VR. I don't think I'm gonna get the remake, just being honest, because
Come on, Axel, why not?
I love it on my
ask you a
VR
question.
headset. I love it on my VR headset. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, but you're going to be finished it by then. Don't you want to play a more magnificent version of it at something like eye candy? Come on.
My wife is my eye candy, Meg. I don't need my games for that. Look at him.
Resident Evil doesn't talk back.
Resident Evil doesn't talk back. Wow. I didn't say it. I didn't say he did. I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait and see if it a couple of more trailers to see if I really want it. I might replay Resident Evil 4 actually, just to see if I'm like, you know what, this might be better. But once you get that first person perspective and that full immersion that VR gives you, it's hard to go into third person again. I'm sorry. Like Resident Evil is like the perfect VR vehicle, if I'm being honest. And speaking of the perfect VR vehicle, let me move the mag over here because we got our next show over here.
Ooh, I know where this is going, and I'm already excited.
Now, if you like your 7 foot tall,
oh God, do I ever?
Ladies,
I actually have a
VR.
Do you know my wife bought me a shirt of Lady Dimitrescu?
Oh, did she?
Yep. She got the image brought on her phone. She transferred it to like this t-shirt company or whatever, and then she got it for me for my birthday. And it's actually like a full blue, like the same color I'm wearing now, blue shirt, and it's Lady Dimitrescu leaning down like with like the big like giant cigarette thing that she has.
Nice, yeah.
So dope.
Wow.
Nice. So Resident Evil Village already in first person view. Now they're gonna make it over into VR. Now, if they can keep the graphical fidelity on PSVR, I think this is going to be a big W. What do you think?
100% it's going to remain. It's going to keep the fidelity. They've already given the specs as to what the PSVR 2 is going to be doing. They can't go back on that now because that would be absolutely catastrophic for their sales. They gave the specs. Apparently, the specs are legit from someone I know who's been. They've been doing a hell of a lot of. All right, I'm not going to say anything more about it. Let's just say that the specs are accurate. Okay, so the point is that the fidelity will remain there, and that is another reason why a lot of people are like, well, why is it tethered? Well, it's tethered specifically so it can utilize the power of the PlayStation in order to be able to get this kind of graphical fidelity and, of course, the frame rate. Right, because the frame rate's going to be jumping from up to from 90 to 130 FPS. Per eye. Okay, so in order to pull that off, you're gonna need horsepower, and in order for horsepower, you're gonna need the PlayStation for that, right? I mean, a PC will obviously do that, but you need the PlayStation. So, anyways, what we're seeing, from what I understand and what I've been told, is that everything that we've seen at the PlayStation State of Play yesterday is directly from the PSVR 2 dev kit.
That's impressive. Yeah,
so I'm in. I'm in again.
You're in on this. On 7 foot tall Lady Drummers, you're going to be looking up like this, dude, Mag.
Perfect. I love it. She could step on me all day. Anyways, the thing is that
I can just imagine Mag right now. He's like, "Oh, there's Lady Dimitrescu. Oh my gosh, she's bending over."
I'm just gonna lie on the ground and be like, "Take me."
Just take me.
Yeah, just take me. I don't care. Drain my blood, kill me. I don't care. I'll just say yes to everything.
That's right.
Here's the thing with her. My God, you see what you got in my head?
Yeah. Oh,
what I meant to say was, what I meant to say was the thing with the VR. Thanks, Axel. Is the VR with that kind of fidelity, what that brings you is true immersion. And when you bring true immersion on that level, it is going to be impossible for the mag to say no. Okay, I will not be able to say no to this. If this thing costs me $500, I'm paying $500. If the games are $70, I'm going to pay $70 like a schnook because I can't control myself with fidelity of that magnitude. Now, the thing is with Resident Evil, I don't know if you guys, did you guys ever check out Resident Evil 7 VR that was on the PSVR 1?
I saw the PC mod for it.
It is beyond terrifying. Now here's a brilliant thing though. If you bought, and this is where it goes right back to what I was talking about 10 minutes ago about PlayStation, okay?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Is that PlayStation, if you bought Resident Evil 7 on PlayStation, you got that full demo called Resident Evil 7: The Kitchen, which is like the main floor of like the house in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard there. You got to play that all in VR for free. And once again, just like a drug dealer, what does that do? Your first hit is free. Then you come back to me and then you pay for it, right? So that's what that Resident Evil 7 The Kitchen was all about. And they did that, and then shortly after they released Resident Evil 7 on PSVR, and it was nothing short of awesome. And that's years ago now, right? So now imagine what you've got going on now that you've got 5 or 6 years of R&D making this even better. Okay, and you've got the PlayStation 5 on top of it. It's going to be unstoppable. I mean, at least for people that can afford that. Like, let's face it, no one's. Let's say someone doesn't have the PS5, or and then they're going to say, "I want to play PSVR 2." That would cost you well over $1,100 because you have to buy the PS5, and the PSVR 2, and the games. That is a big investment. But for everybody else who's already got a console, maybe that would be a little bit lesser of a blow, because at this point it'll be 3 years since the console launched, right? So 3 years is enough time for a lot of people to build up a little bit of cash again, and you know what I mean? So, kind of squirrel it away and be like, you know what? It's been 3 years. I got like $500-600 lying around now, in my game account or whatever, that I could be able to purchase a PSVR 2
in my game account.
Hey, dude, I have one. I have a game account. I swear to God, that's what I do. I squirrel away money here and there, $10 here, $50 there, $30 here, $40 there, $100 here, and I just put it away and don't touch it, so that when something new comes out, I can just walk into the store and buy it and not even go, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
How am I going to do this? And I bet you $1 million says Doggy Dog's got the same thing going on because he's got an entire 80s arcade behind him. So, the point is, I'm going to get this day one without question. Once again, even though I played Resident Evil 8 5 times. I played it 5 times in a row, start to finish, and I got the full. Well, no, excuse me. I got 975 out of 1,000 achievement points on it. I'm only missing 25. One achievement.
One achievement. Oh.
And you know what it is? It's that stupid mercenaries mode where you have to like run and gun, and you have to like kill all the whatever, the monsters and everything else in like a certain period of time. It is impossible. I've done all of them except for one, and that one is holding back that perfect 1,000. And I played it for about 6 weeks.
I was gonna say, I'll bet you went forever at that, because I bet you that drove you nuts, man. Because he thousands the hard ones.
I almost everything, and like even on, like I tried 1,000 almost everything, and then PlayStation this year, since I got the PS5, I've got 14 platinums. So
nice. Yeah, you're good at that, and you do that with the tough. You go through the tough ones and everything. You'll find every little nook and cranny of the tough games. So yeah,
dude, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Valhalla took me
2,000 that
177 hours.
Oof. Okay, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's how long that takes. Then at least 177 hours.
Yeah, it was not pleasant.
Wow.
But anyways, not to get off topic. I will say that Resident Evil Village, 100% day one. I will play it a 6th time. And I'll play it a 7th time and an 8th time. But I will. But the thing is, like Axel said, the one thing about it is that yes, I played it in first person on my Xbox Series X. However, I cannot deny the fact that how different it's going to be experiencing that to be actually in the world. Imagine hearing like you're wandering around like those rooms. Yeah, you're looking around. And you
get that 3D audio going on.
Yep, and you've got that 3D audio going on, and you hear that woman stomping around, chasing you.
Oh man!
If that doesn't send your blood curdling, I don't know what the heck does.
If you don't run into a wall mag, I'm gonna call it a fail.
Tony Grosso, thank you for noticing the Ray Liotta tribute.
Yes. Speaking of Tony Grosso, let's check in with the chat, right? So Mako Power says that Resident Evil 7 was the only VR game that gave him motion sickness. Yeah, you got to get your VR legs sometimes. I play some games sitting down just because of that motion sickness, but I like playing standing up for the most part. Let's see. We got Back from the Dead. Hey, who's this old guy on the screen? I know, right? We got the immaculate...
What old guy on the screen? Axel? Obviously, he's talking about Axel.
It's me. I'm
old. No way. Brendan Foltz joins us.
Brendan Foltz,
what's up, my homie?
What's up?
Let's see who else we got.
Ooh, Dragonheart.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the Callisto Protocol here in a while, Xbox. We're
Yobi's
going
up
right
in
there.
there,
Dragonheart, Yobi's in
Yeah.
the mag. How about that Obi-Wan episode 3?
Oh my god, dude, that was Vader.
No spoilers, you guys.
Okay.
DM him.
What do you mean no spoilers? You're a Star Wars fan. It's been 72 hours. You haven't watched it yet.
I got life going on, man. I got life.
So do I. Life is Star Wars. Star Wars is life.
Star Wars is life.
That's fraud. Yeah, that's fraud. That's fraud.
That's fraudulent. Yes.
Oh man, there's so many
level.
TV shows. The Boys came out today.
Can you imagine?
Oh, my
like
God.
within 6 days, Obi-Wan drops 3 episodes.
The
Stranger
Boys.
Things season 4, which I haven't even
Episode
seen
4.
the title screen yet. Okay, and then you've got The Boys, all drop within 6 days.
Oh, the
That
boys.
is-
The Boys is my
holy
favorite
mackerel,
right
like,
now.
what video games? People are complaining, going, "There's no video games coming at all this year," and I'm like, "There's so many awesome shows. Who's got time to
Right?
play games?" Anyways, whatever.
Ain't nobody got time
Carry
for
on.
gaming.
Yeah.
Let's see. Resident Evil 7 VR. We haven't gotten your thoughts on it. What do you got?
Man, I won't waste time because I'm sure Axel's got his thing. I haven't played any kind of VR, but game looks awesome. Good point, Mag. You know, if they can bring this with that fidelity and stuff, and just, if they can make it look as great as this, what we got seen here, you know, the PSVR 2 is going to be awesome. It's gonna, I don't know, if it's going to be what, it's either going to bring the VR to the mainstream or maybe it never will, you know? I mean, but anyway, like Mag said, it'd be a real big investment to, you know, get a PS5 and a VR2.
Yep.
I'm on the list. Some what they have on Amazon now. It's a invitation to get a PS5. So I'm on this invitation list. So.
Oh yeah, the invitation list. Yeah.
Yeah, so who knows? I might actually get one. I'll actually keep this time instead of selling it to a friend like I should have did, and he ended up selling it anyway. So see.
There you go.
But anyway, yeah, the game looked great. I'm sure it'll be awesome. I haven't played much VR or any VR, so I can't really speak too much to it. Besides, it looked awesome. And if you know, a Resident Evil game in VR I'm sure would have to be as awesome as it would be, right? I mean, that or maybe a Doom. They had a Doom VR. Yeah, that was probably awesome.
Yeah. And real quick, thank you so much, Doggy. I agree with everything you said. 108 Dragons TV says sub and like. Yes, chat.
Yeah,
Make sure
thank
you
you.
sub, like, and share the stream out. It really helps a lot. Get the word out that this podcast exists. I appreciate it very much. Let them know the mag is here today, and today probably only for a while, as he is a busy man. Let's see what is. We got. I'm caught up on Obi-Wan from General Spartan, who joins us. Shout out to General Spartan. Thank you so much. I still need to finish Shorzy. Is that?
Yeah,
is that
that's
how you
the
say
show.
it?
Yeah. I haven't. I've heard about it. I haven't got to that either.
I've never heard of
there's-
it.
There's no time, man. You'd have to like literally
I've
have
heard
a
of it.
full-time job would be to watch TV.
Right?
Like
Why
8
can't I
hours
have
a
that
day.
job?
Yeah, can you like 8 hours a day, and you still wouldn't even have enough time to watch everything that they drop. It's impossible.
Right.
And when you know what, when Game Pass really takes off, and PS Plus lesser so, but still, who's got time?
Ain't
Who's
nobody
got time to
for
play all those games?
Yeah,
You're gonna
especially
regret it one
especially
day.
next year. Next year's like.
Dude,
next
they're
year's
gonna regret it, man.
So full.
You know what it is? Okay, let me tell you something very quick, and this is
Yeah.
it's going to tie directly into video games. Okay, here in Canada, everybody complains in the winter that it's too damn cold, right? They're like it's too cold, and then in the summer, everybody complains that it's too hot, and I'm like, what do you want? Do you want to sit in the
Cold.
cold, or do you want to
want
you want to
cold.
melt in the heat? What do you want? Right?
I
Same
prefer
thing with
cold.
this. Yes, a lot of people. It's funny enough that people say that. Actually, a lot of people prefer cold. I prefer the heat now. I've had 47 winters in this country. Trust me, I want the warm back. Anyways, hey, whatever, man. It was 90 degrees today. I ain't complaining. Anyways, here's the thing. When it comes to these games and it comes to Game Pass and everything else, everybody's complaining that there's no games. Next year, watch, okay? Axel and Dougie, you tell me I'm right and you tell me I'm wrong, okay? By next year, everybody's going to be complaining that they got no time to play because there's too many games.
Dude, I already have that already.
Yes.
Already. Yeah, let me tell the story on that. I was telling Doggy before the show. I've had all week off. I took this week off because I only had to request for 4 days instead of 5 days, so I get to save a day off.
Best
Right.
time to do that.
And I took this whole day off, the whole week off, and I've been playing Elden Ring from 4 to 8 hours a day, and I'm still not finished.
Oh,
Still
dude,
not
I
finished.
finished
There's
the main
so
story.
much to do in that game.
I put 110 hours, and I finished the game in 110 hours.
Mhm.
But I'm like, I can't because that was on Xbox, and I'm like, I gotta wrap up 2 more games on Xbox, which I did, and now I'm basically exclusively PlayStation until like at least August because I have all these backlog of PlayStation games that I bought for the PS5 that I haven't even touched.
Right? No, how many hours was I up to, Doggy? 160 something?
168. Yeah, you're about around my
Yeah,
crazy
160 something
Mad
hours.
Max.
Because I'm
story,
like,
yeah.
and I even skipped the whole middle of the map, but I'm like, I love exploring in games, and Elden Ring is so rewarding on exploration. So rewarding. It's amazing. Let's get back to the topics, though. Let's see. My wife says, me too. Hot is better.
Thank
of course, my
you.
wife, being a Pacific Islander, she enjoys the heat.
Oh yeah, yep.
So
You can always take more off, right?
You know, that's what I tell everybody about weather. Like, if it's cold, I can light a fire. I can put clothes on. There's ways for me to stay warm. That's why I prefer the cold. If it's hot, I can only take off so much clothes before I'm arrested. You know, there's not a lot I can do.
You know what I don't like about hot weather countries is that what happens up here is that when the summer's over and it gets cold, all the bugs die. Right, so they don't have time to evolve into like bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger like bugs. Whereas if you go to
Texas,
you go to like Nicaragua and they got centipedes this big, they could like eat your dog because they've been evolving for like hundreds of thousands of years because they don't get winter, so they don't die. They just keep getting bigger. That's the last thing I want to see is one of those giant millipedes. I'll literally drop dead of a heart attack if I saw one of those things because they're like 2 feet long in those countries.
Right.
No thanks.
The giant centipede or something, whatever it's called.
Oh God!
Yeah.
You know the ones that hang out in like the basement and stuff,
Ugh.
and they got like 8 million legs, and they freak you out.
Yeah, I used to burn them.
Oh,
I used to catch them just to burn them.
Wow, you're a monster.
Hey man,
That's a
they
war
wouldn't die.
crime
Like
or
if you
something.
cut them off, their bodies would walk. If you squished them, you couldn't squish them enough. They'd still walk. So whatever.
Okay, Axel,
Kill
if
them
I
with
cut your
fire.
legs off, you could still drag yourself like Anakin Skywalker on the ground. Would I do it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Okay, I wasn't gonna be responsible for making the Darth Vader of Millipedes, all right? All right, I'm gonna take the lead on this next game. By the way, chat, be sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying it.
Brandon
It's Timmy.
Foltz at 180 hours too. He says.
Yeah, he's
Wow,
180 hours in
really?
Elden Ring.
Oh,
It's
my
Timmy.
goodness.
He's here. All right, here we go.
Timmy Bot.
I'm going to take this next game, the first one, because I love this game on my Oculus Quest. And that game is The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. And I think this one is called Retribution or whatever it is. Whatever. Chapter 2 of Saints and Sinners. Saints and Sinners is, in my opinion, the best VR game in existence. Just especially for the Oculus, okay? I'm talking the Oculus, okay? It's the best VR game on the Oculus. This looks like it's going to run just fine on the Oculus. Maybe push it a little, but who cares? I'm getting this. This is a buy for me for sure. Just looking forward to it more. I love the Walking Dead series. I love the Walking Dead Tall Tale games. I love the Walking Dead VR game Saints and Sinners. And Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 should be even better. Again, made by Skybound Games. You know they're really good on their narratives. And I'm hoping that some of my decisions go into it. So I am looking forward to this Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Let's do it. I can't wait to get my hands on this one. Anybody else? Meg, what do you got? Retribution.
I have Saints and Sinners.
Yeah.
On MetaQuest. I really enjoy it. I like the immersion of that game too. I like I see that Resident Evil 4 actually took a page from them in terms of being able to
take damage,
equip your weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like you could reach behind you when you have like the bigger weapon, like
or
a fire
go
axe.
over here and get a different one.
Yeah, and they could. I think that Resident Evil did a better job of being able to grab things quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas sometimes I was finding myself a little bit clumsily, like, grabbing for something, and I'm like, oh, I didn't want this. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, what am I grabbing for here? Resident Evil did it a lot quicker and a lot snappier. But Saints and Sinners is excellent. I mean, if you want to run around in abandoned southern U.S. towns or whatever, and and it's all foggy and this and that, and there's nothing greater than that. Actually, a couple scenes where you actually go into homes and you go into the basements.
Yeah.
And you're like, up to your knees in water, like in a flooded basement. And in one hand, you've got a hatchet, and in the other hand you got a flashlight
or a flare.
or a flare, yeah, and you're going through and like and there's zombies in there. You could hear them, but you don't know where they are.
Yes.
Absolutely magnificent. Now, I had a question because I really didn't know. Is this a sequel or a DLC to Saints and Sinners?
I think this is a full-blown sequel.
This is a full-blown sequel.
I don't think this
now,
is a DLC at all.
Because Saints and Sinners has been releasing free content like nonstop. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Dying Light. Remember how Dying Light supported the game for years after with like free DLC?
Yeah.
Same vibe here, right? So, excuse me. So I was thinking this is great. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in, man. Like, I'm in for this too. But like, if it's a full-blown sequel, I'll buy it. That's great.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I thought
right
it was
now.
a DLC.
No, I because you got to pay for it. Because I pre-order.
Oh no, I meant like it was like a paid DLC, but I figured it was just like a continuation of that, but it wasn't like a full-blown sequel or whatever. But
I think
it looks like
it's made by Skybound. You know how Skybound likes to charge for every chapter of their games and stuff. So that's just the way Skybound is.
Either way, again, I hate to say it. I mean, I know I sound like a broken record here for anybody old enough to remember what a record is. I'm in day one again. Like honestly,
man, that banking account must get more deposits than your actual house,
dude. Well, that's the thing. It's not like they're all coming out on the same day, right? So, but like, if they did, then I'd be like, all right, time to choose. But that's not the case here. I mean, we're going to be we have the options to do this as it's spread out over the years. Did they give a date for this, Axel?
Let me see. Let's take a look here. Let's look. I don't think. Let's skip to the end.
I don't
Here's
remember.
Retribution, the announcement. There's some more. Oh, 2022.
2022.
So, this year.
Oh, what? Wait, whoa. Why does it say PS5?
Because this is PS5 VR.
Yeah, but
VR.
Why doesn't it say VR 2?
Hold on, it doesn't say PSVR 2. It says PS5.
Yeah, it should say
What the hell's that all
I don't
about?
think the previous one said VR as well. Let me look. Hold on. Let me
see. Now I need to know because would that imply there's no way that Sony would shadow drop the PSVR 2 in 2022 without saying anything at that time.
No, yeah.
No.
I couldn't even imagine that even coming out this year, right? I mean, they would have already started hyping it. I mean, like,
I don't think they would.
They would be hyping that at least 8 months before.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it says The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners up here, right? State of Play, June 22, announced streamer, PSVR 2 games. And this is coming straight from the PlayStation. It says PSVR right here. So,
yeah, it says up there at the top, but
so maybe it's just say. See, look, it says right there.
Captured on PS5,
Captured on
mix of
PS5.
gameplay.
Oh, maybe they just mean. Oh, wait.
in development for the PS.
Okay, so basically they're saying that it's running off the PS5 because your PSVR 2 has to run off the PS5, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right. Okay, sorry, I just noticed that.
You're reaching for straws over here.
I noticed that and it kind of threw me off for a second. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Dreadpool, get a job already. Jeez.
They say more deposits than the wife. Oh, bracha.
Wow.
That's right. All right, Doggy. Again, I know you're not into VR, but what do you think of The Walking Dead?
Oh, when I saw this, when I was watching the show, this was the coolest one of the 3 or 4 games they showed that was in VR, whatever it was. I thought this was cool. Caught my eye. Yeah, this one would definitely be cool. I didn't know they had other the Saints and Sinners and all that other stuff. So is it great already? Yeah. This one looks to me, if I would have to say anything, looks like it's more of a game than an experience. Like when you see some of these other ones, and they just seem like they're just kind of showcasing the whole what I can do.
Dude,
this one looks like a game. You know, like
it's a full-blown game, Doggy. Like it's a real first-person survival horror situation. Like you will walk into a town with 4 bullets and an axe and go, "Oh my God, how am I going to make it to the other side of this town?"
And there's jump scares in it.
Oh man, is it ever good?
Yeah, I'd imagine this. Yeah, I'm not just have to be great. Just being
not just the action, but the story's good too.
And the story's going to be great. And if this is already kind of got roots and a foundation of being having good gameplay and not just being like a movie where you're walking around checking stuff out and I mean, this is going to be that 2022 still throws me off with that though. I don't see.
Yeah, well, I think the reason why it's 2022, it will come to MetaQuest, but like what's really throwing me off.
Okay.
Like it's coming to MetaQuest 2 in 2022. But the thing is, why would you advertise it on a Sony PlayStation show
Come out before your shit.
2022, and then not launch your PSVR 2 in 2022. It makes no sense.
It's like you're advertising for
Yeah, that
something
is
else
true. I
before-
think that could
before something
mislead
else.
some people to that speculation town where it's launching in 2022, Christmas.
Wait a minute. Does Sony have another State of Play coming up?
Don't they
Not
have?
announced?
Don't they have a
something-
big deal like next week? Don't they have something next week? Like,
Isn't that
Summer
3 days
Game Fest?
before Xbox's show, or is that?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of Activision?
June the 9th? They have something where they're gonna show more stuff. Like there'll probably be some Ragnarok, God of War, God Ragnarok, and all that stuff. Like next week, I believe. That's just what I'm not.
You know what? They just said, "Hold on, hear me out."
I know they
hear
got
me
a
out.
Keeley show.
Right, here.
Hear me out. Oh, that's right, and Keeley too. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Today they announced that 20 million units were sent out around the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, that were sold around the world.
Yeah, they did.
Now they also said that by fall, so that could be as early as September or whatever. They said by fall they plan on doubling the amount of distribution that they've already done. Why not distribute double? If they're going to double the amount of distribution, wouldn't that be interesting? If all of a sudden they launched the VR in time for Christmas,
That would be something.
Oh yeah,
That would be something.
and
Yeah,
then
that'd be
maybe that's why they're holding on to all these units, and maybe they'll start doing bundles for Christmas.
Maybe they just
Right?
leaked something. Maybe we found something. Maybe they just leaked it.
Could you imagine, like, hey guys, we have PlayStation in stock, but you got to buy PlayStation plus an extra controller
Well,
plus VR plus 2 games.
It's
That'll
not
be
like they wouldn't do that.
$1,200.
Where you get the PSVR 2 before you get a PS5 or something?
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
Axel, what do you think? You don't think they do that? They did
I
that with
think they would.
Spider-Man. You remember
If I was GameStop, I would. Yeah, I definitely would bundle it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Now, you remember when when PS4 did that with Spider-Man, and then all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, 7 days later, they're boasting Spider-Man sales. I'm like, yeah, because you forced everybody to buy it in the box because they only had bundles for Black Friday.
But I
like-
love it when a game sells really well. As a guy that loves buying used games, I love it when a game sells really, really well, because that means that in later on, like in 2 or 3 months, they're gonna have so many at the secondhand stores that I can just buy one for $20 or less.
Right? There you go.
I love it when games sell well. I'm all for it.
Yeah, because it's great. That's why I see my PS5 that I got is the digital one. That's where I got really, really hosed, is because 5 or 6 days after a game comes out, you could find it over at GameStop for $20 off.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's already used, right? Someone rips through it in 3 days and they return it, right? So they sell it for maybe not $20, but at least in the first week they'll knock $10 off, right, or whatever,
Yeah.
and then by a month you can get it for $30,
That's right.
right? So
Unless it's
that's
still
where
in
I got
demand, then they'll sell it for $40. But still,
right, still. But here's the thing, and then I got hosed because now I can't do that. I can't buy a disc because I have the digital version of the PS5.
you gotta wait for those PlayStation sales, buddy.
Which I did, and I bought Ratchet and Clank for 50% off. But here's the other thing: I also found out you can game share on PS5. So now I game share with someone. So any
Really?
new game that I do buy, which I only buy the exclusives on the PlayStation thus far, I game share with them. So now I get them all for 50% off. There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
All right, Doggy, anything to say? Anything else on? Nope, I think we're good. Here we go. Moving on, the VR train. Up next, we have No Man's Sky. Oh, hold on. You know what? Before I do that, let's check in with the chat. It's been a while. Where are we at? It's coming late 2022 to Quest 2 as well. The mag, he's talking about Saints and Sinners. Yes, it is, and I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah. Kilo Milo says, I want Guitar Hero VR. Man, that would be awesome. I just want
Man!
Guitar Hero.
That's
period.
a selling point, the VR, man. I'm picking it up day one right there. Give me the whole thing.
Brutal Legend 2 says they will have something a week after Xbox as usual. It's the way PlayStation goes. They always go last. It's been there the way they do it. So I would expect that if they do anything, it'll be after the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, they definitely have a show coming because this is just.
Jesse Darby says Ragnarok ain't coming out to January. I hope not, man. I mean, if you see this, I'm wearing my God of War shirt. I
hope
Ragnarok
not too,
to come
but
out.
I could see the push. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man! It's already June and we haven't heard.
Yeah,
squawk.
I don't think it's coming out till next year either. Exactly because of that. We haven't.
I think they played Elden Ring and they're like, yeah, let's delay till next year.
or or they might wait for that big PS5 console drop. You know what they're saying? They're saying like, well, we're going to double the amount of distribution in the fall. Get that out there into people's hands, then launch Ragnarok in January when you can maximize sales.
You know, and I'll be one of those guys that buys the PS5 bundled with Ragnarok. I'm okay with that. No problem.
Why not?
God of War is, a fantastic game. And I like Kratos as a character. Even Sad Dad Kratos, he's also cool. And I just like the game. It's really fun. And I would definitely not be opposed to more God of War. Who would?
I'm in.
Right? All right, so here we go. Let's see. No Man's Sky trailer and VR. Have you guys played No Man's Sky at all?
No, not my bag.
Not your bag. All right, you got nothing to say. Doggy?
Never played it.
Not your bag. All right. Well, I played No Man's Sky, and I got to tell you, I'm never playing that game ever again.
Well,
we didn't miss out, Mag. There you go.
I was about to say, Doggy. I was like, well, I guess we didn't miss anything, so perfect.
Right.
I mean, it's cool for the people that like it, but I just didn't like the theme of explore until you run out of gas, land on a planet, do some stuff, maybe explore around and trigger some random events around your solar system, like the guild or something or another, or a space fight or some pirates fights or something, and then repeat and repeat and repeat until you reach the center, and then do it all over again and again and again. And it was just, it's what they promised. It's a great game. The technology on it is very cool. I was landing on planets, and this is years after No Man's Sky came out. I was landing on planets that nobody had landed on. I don't think I landed on a single planet that anybody had landed on, because I got to name every planet. So if you see,
Really?
Axel 1, Axel 2, Axel 3, those are my planets.
Really?
So yeah, but no, the game loop didn't. I don't like it, so it's not for me, and so I'm not interested in PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah. That didn't move the needle for me.
Okay. All right. Nobody's missing out on it. Let's move on. Oh, hold on. I think I had asked the question. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. All right. Here comes another big hitter, Mag. You want to talk about this one?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead.
This is 100% another one all the way in. There's absolutely no way I'm not going to be playing this day one. The Horizon, now I played Horizon Zero Dawn. I own Horizon Forbidden West. I played the first 2 hours, like the tutorial, and then I stopped playing because I just wanted to get a feel for it, right? I'm like, all right, let me just check it out. So I played it for 2 hours, put it down. That was the day it came out. And luckily for me, I haven't touched it since because I heard that there were tons of bugs that they were working on to fix, which apparently a lot of them are fixed. And now they just released a new game plus a 60 FPS mode and stuff. So I haven't been playing it. But I'm very interested in the world and in the lore, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Now, the thing is, the one thing I like and dread about VR is the fear factor of heights. I got a thing about heights. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Anybody who's played, and Axel, you might be one there, who's played Vader Immortal, the Star Wars game, it came bundled with my meta when I got it, like all 3 episodes.
Yeah, I got all 3 of mine on the sale for $10.
Okay, yeah, there's that too. Playing that first episode, and you're climbing on the outside of his castle. On
yes, and you look down,
and like you're literally sweating in real life because of you're like on the side of a mountain. Same thing with like this. Like you're watching some of that gameplay that they were just showing as you're literally jumping like Lara Croft style from like cliff to cliff and then hanging on with that little chisel hammer and stuff. You know how terrifying that's going to be playing with this kind of fidelity? I think it's going to be amazing.
Right.
I think it's going to be honestly, it's going to be a breathtaking experience, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. And especially those
giant... pulling the bow. Could you imagine using your controller to pull that bow and release it? Oh man, it's so
wonderful.
I never thought about that with VR. Is it? So it's like I have like my knees want to buckle. It makes my hands sweat thinking about heights, right? So VR gives you that feeling of being high like that. Like,
oh yeah, no, dude.
It's a level of immersion that it's difficult to explain.
My brother threw up.
Ooh, I don't know if I could take. Yeah, that'd either be on places
like that. What the hell are those games? It's kind of like it's a game on there called Population 1. It's on on the Oculus.
The free one, the Battle Royale one.
Yeah, so we got that. It's basically like Fortnite. You know how Fortnite, like you jump out of the bus.
Yeah,
And you go. Okay, this is the same idea, but it's like you're free falling out of it, like as if you jumped out of a plane. So it's like you're free
Ooh.
falling in there, and my brother was like on the verge of throwing up because he was free falling out of this plane onto the actual battlefield or onto the map.
It messes with your senses.
Yeah,
Really?
and so I was climbing, and see, another thing is you can climb buildings and stuff in that game too, right? So I was climbing to get a good vantage point so I could check, just like I'm not a sniper, but I like looking to see where people are. I climbed on the outside of a building and got to the roof, and I almost peed my pants because I looked back. I was holding onto the edge of the roof of the building, and I turned like this. And when I turned and looked down, I almost peed myself, like the butterflies in my stomach, and I was shaking, and my hands were sweating, and then my forehead. I had to take the headset off because I was breathing so heavy that I thought I was hyperventilating from the fear.
Wow!
And,
Wow!
So yeah, now imagine, like with this kind of immersion, it's going to be incredible. Right, so I just can't wait. I can't wait to get into it.
I cannot. So
cool.
So who was the developer that made Rise and Rome? What's their name?
Oh,
Crytek.
Crytek. Yeah, Crytek.
So Crytek has 2 games on the VR called The Climb.
Yes.
And if you've ever played The Climb, you're basically climbing up some mountains. They have the Climb 1 and the Climb 2. Fantastic experiences. No combat, just climbing and platforming and stuff. Now imagine combining combat with The Climb, and that's what I imagine Horizon Call on the Mountain is going to be like. If there's a game, so last generation, right, on the original PSVR, I almost bought the PSVR specifically to play Astro Bot Rescue Mission because I heard it was so fantastic. But I don't know. I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to play a 3D platformer in VR, blah, 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 right? But then after playing The Climb and seeing Call of the Mountain, I'm like, oh man, this is the game that's going to get me to buy a PSVR if it scores well. It's going. Not only do I like the Horizon Zero Dawn world, who doesn't love robots, who doesn't love dinosaurs, and then you combine them to get robot dinosaurs, it's even more of a W.
Imagine, Axel, imagine the scope of those dinosaurs and the size
big robot dinosaurs stepping around you. Yeah. Holy cow!
You see, like the big giraffe one that's in the games. The one that has like the radio
with
tower
the discus
on top of it. Yeah, and you have to like climb up around mountains and stuff so that you could line it up, and you're like, oh, there he is, and then you like jump onto his back. Imagine doing that in VR. Like that'll take years off your life. Like
this scene right here. I think this is the scene you're talking about right here. I mean, look, not this one, the very next one. This one. Look at this. Imagine looking at this in VR.
Yeah, and good VR. Oh,
just how big that would be.
Keep going. Let it go for a little bit. This is that Tomb Raider stuff I'm talking about. Like
right here. The zip.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. See, if you're scared of heights, this is too much there.
Yeah, that would be that'd be exhilarating. Like I said, I'm terrified of it, but at the same time, I'm in.
And there was that one where you were jumping, like there was a little platform thing.
Yeah, like you jump and you use like that thing. Like even Nathan Drake did that in Uncharted 4. That little pick, and bam, and you hit it, and you kind of slide down a bit. Like that's gonna be like some hard.
Dude, if that happens in VR, I'm gonna like lick on my controller, and be like, I'm falling.
Yeah, like, I just get a faint. That's it. That just period. Just fall down. But man, does it ever look good. I like I said, what sold me? I actually posted on Twitter yesterday, and I said the one thing that sold me about the state of play is on the state. Sorry, John, with his foul language all over the screen. The thing about the state of play, as I said, the one thing that I got from it is that VR is what sold me on that show. Third parties, I could play anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'll play Resident Evil 4 wherever. I could play with the other games wherever. I don't really care. But the VR, the PSVR, is what sold me on that show yesterday. Now, where the hell did Axel go?
He's gone. Maybe he's had enough of us. He's
gone.
Yeah, he just said.
He just walked away. That's it. He's just
he's on strike.
All right.
Oh wow, he's back.
No, he's back.
You know what, man? Needs VR. You know what needs VR? Mountain Dew needs VR. Mountain Dew VR is what we need. All right. Look at this. Could you imagine this? Experiencing this, just the Mountain Dew immersion, the extreme immersion of Mountain Dew in VR, baby. That's what the people want. We need Mountain Dew VR. I can taste it right now.
Axel, I need to get on your level. Yeah, I want to unscrew that Code Red bottle there and swim in that.
All of you casuals out here.
Casuals.
Yeah, I want to swim in that Code Red bottle. That doesn't look too bad, even though it's real high up in the air. So once again, I'm right to steer.
That's so hard to do with headphones. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's where I went. Had to get the Mountain Dew Axel out in the show just once so the man could see him.
What's the blue? I never had the blue Mountain Dew. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Imagine experiencing all those flavors in VR.
Giant. You have to climb giant Mountain Dew bottles.
Yeah, if you've never tried VR, that's a good way to get into it. That's a good step.
So that was the VR segment of the show. Doggy, so you're not in on Horizon Call of the Mountain.
No, that looks really cool, and I love what Mag said about the heights.
Yeah.
My man Phil messaged me last week. I was telling you, actually, he wants to lend me my VR headset so I could try it out. Lend me a VR headset, try it out, because he just swears by that Quest. He says so great, so much.
It is.
Man, I'm so interested to see what it really. I never thought about how it made you feel real high up in the air and stuff. That's because I'm so scared of heights. Like that, It makes me interested to try this, man. Like,
wow. I have no fear of heights. Like, it's so weird. Like, I can be
even though you're not gonna fall. You still feel like you're gonna fall.
No, you still feel like I still feel the fear. Like when you're climbing ladders.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't have fear of heights.
Keep looking up because that's what I do in real life. Like I won't look back if I'm climbing up a ladder. I just keep looking up and just keep going because that's your best
never
policy.
look down. They say, yeah.
So
I don't have a fear of heights per se. Having done what I've done in my life in the military, I don't really have much of a fear of heights, but I have a respect for heights over how much I can get hurt.
Or die. Yeah.
So die. Yes, yeah.
But I'm scared of it. Like, I don't get sweaty and like, oh my God, anything like that. I'm just like, wow, we're really high.
A lot of foul language tends to come out of my mouth, but not in a panicky way. I'll just look back. It'll be like, oh, and then I'll just be like, oh boy, you know what I mean, and like that kind of stuff. But Doggy, is your friend gonna let you borrow the Meta Quest 2 or the Oculus Quest 2?
It is a Meta Quest. Yeah, Meta Quest is the $299, whatever one they have.
Yeah. That's the Meta Quest. Yeah.
So So does he have Vader Immortal with it?
It's the best beginner game.
The reason why I'm asking,
no, but I'll ask him if he does it. Is it like how much is it? Like
$10 to buy all three of them.
Okay.
But he probably does because that is the go-to game with the Oculus.
He would.
Quest
He's a
2.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay,
right?
so
Wars,
Oculus Quest 2, whatever, Meta. Vader Immortal Chapter 1. Play Episode 1. Play that. Okay. That'll give you a taste of all the different aspects of VR all in one shot. Right?
Yeah.
So you'll get the immersion part, you'll get flying in there, you'll get climbing in there, you'll get lightsaber stuff in there. And if you got the Oculus Quest 2, there's even haptic feedback in the controllers. So when you turn on the lightsaber, you feel it's like and your hands vibrate as if you're holding the saber because the controllers are vibrating. It is amazing. But guys, it's after 9. I have to go to the next show.
Yes, absolutely. Meg, thank you so much for joining us.
It's 9:04.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let the people know where they can find you real quick.
Come on, guys. Anybody in the chat, if you don't know where to find me, you know where you could find me. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me randomly on some shows here and there. But I am on Primetime Gaming every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern with Mr. Boomstick XL and friends. So you can find me there. And then I'll be doing a bunch of guest spots here and there. June 12th, I'm going to be doing a show with Boom and a couple of other celebs. And then afterwards, I'm going to be doing, Doggy, you better be around for this. And Axel, at 5 p.m. Eastern, I believe, we're going to have a big reunion show of myself, Titan Drago, and Noof Nukem doing a post-Xbox Bethesda showcase. And I don't think Titan would be above asking more people to drop in and drop out and just say hi or whatever, right? So check us out that night. We're going to put out
Send me an invite. I'd love to.
Well, yeah, but I mean, both of you guys are in the crew anyway, right? So you guys know where to find us. But anyways, guys, you know where to find me. On Twitter, you can find my ridiculous videos everywhere. Doggy Dog, you are an absolutely awesome dude, man. Axel, you are an awesome man. I wish I was able to stay all night. Except I got to go to Math's show right now because I'd already committed to that show too. But
That's right.
hey,
Tell
I
him I
couldn't
said
pass
hello.
up
Show.
spending.
Yep.
I couldn't pass up spending some time with you guys. But anyways, chat. You guys are awesome. You boys are awesome. I got to run. We'll do it
Mac.
again soon. All right.
Thank you, Mac. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
man.
Mac.
Do it
See you
again.
later.
All right. Later, boys.
Later, brother.
All right, guys, be sure to give the Mag a follow on Twitter. Link is in the description below. If you don't already follow him, he's a fantastic man.
Oh yeah. Hit him
Uh,
up. Yeah, hit him up on Twitter, man. He's incredible,
Fantastic.
man. Great man.
All right, let's go to the chat real quick. Axel, drop the mic. You better be getting paid by Mountain Dew. I love me some Mountain Dew, man. Don't spill on your headset. That's right. Mountain Dew VR, the Mag, do me a favor and fire him right now. Experience all the dew with vodka.
Right, exactly. I remember Brandon Fultz. I remember that one time. It was real fun. Remember experiencing that bottle of tequila and I was drinking it with the tap water. We were real hardcore. That's real hardcore. We chasing the tequila with the tap water. That's right.
That's right.
You don't, forget all that sugar and everything, that lime, and that
Tequila with
slam
tap
it, suck
water.
it stuff,
That's
yeah.
lame. Just
Tap
tequila
water.
straight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you got that too, but
Like idiot me used to. All right, let's see. There's Hard Mountain Dew now. That's right. And
Hard
Kilo
Mountain
Milo
Dew.
says, I hope Mark Zuckerberg doesn't turn the MetaQuest into a boring place where you share your PowerPoint presentations with your colleagues. I'm kind of glad that he's including it as he wants it to be a platform for Facebook. But I think the MetaQuest should mainly focus on games. That's the expansion, I think.
Oh, is it okay? I can see.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just games.
Yeah. All right. Find the Mag at Ponybot Stadia House. All right. Moving on with the show. I asked the question in the chat: are you hyped for Horizon Call of the Mountain? 42% said no, 31% said yes, and 26% said meh. So that concludes the VR portion of the show, guys. There's no more VR games.
Yeah, their
Right.
VR. If those games, everyone they showed looked excellent, and if there's great gameplay with all those, then VR hardcores are in for a treat, and people are going to start. It's going to start getting more mainstream. So
Yeah.
if anybody can make VR more mainstream, it'd be Sony. So if they could bring out good stuff like that, looking good. So
Yes.
hopefully for
And,
the VR fans, it works out really good. I'll try it.
Yeah, so now VR, PSVR 2, so far the only real exclusives I see on there are Resident Evil 7 Village, obviously, and Call on the Mountain, Horizon Call on the Mountain. Are those enough to get me to buy PSVR 2? We'll see. We'll see. I got to discuss it with the wife if I am allowed to spend over $1,000 for a PS5 and PSVR.
No more
So we'll
trains. No more trains for you,
Dude,
Axel.
I'm telling you.
No more trains, man.
No more trains.
Yeah,
By the
yeah,
way, speaking
shut
of
that
Mountain
down.
Dew, they did come out with a new flavor. Everybody remember the hot Cheetos? They got flaming
Ooh.
hot Mountain Dew.
Oh, I
haven't
have to
had
try
them just
that.
I'm
Man,
gonna
that's
try
cool.
it later on, but
I didn't know they had that. That's
yeah.
cool.
Mountain Dew is coming out with new flavors all the time, and
Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I
That's
like
cool.
trying them. Why not? They're
I'll
fun.
try that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on with the show, guys. Let's move on to the next game. Now, of course, they did also announce that Horizon's Forbidden West is getting a hard mode to make it more like Dark Soulish styles. That's not for me, and a Game Plus also not for me. I'm just gonna play the game once normal. That's it. But for those of you that love it and can't get enough of it, it's there.
Yeah, and Horizon Forbidden West. That game looks so cool. Anybody that's getting to play that now, enjoying that. That looks awesome. So.
Now let's talk about what has set the internet on fire. And I wanted to get to this while Mag was here because he made a little clip of it. But unfortunately, we ran out of time. And that is Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales coming to PC. So yeah, if you've played Spider-Man PS4 as it's called, and you want to play it on your PC now with your bench and run your benchmarks, as they say, it's definitely going to be there for you. For those of you that did not get a chance to play it on PS4, you didn't own a PS4, it might be coming to your favorite platform, the PC Master Race. Doggy, good decision, bad decision on the side of Sony?
Oh, Sony, man, what a great decision. I mean, get it out, get this great game out there to the masses. The only way this isn't a great decision is if you're not looking to anger your fanboys on Twitter, obviously. This is obviously a huge problem for everybody on Twitter. I don't understand. Man, if you're a Sony person, like, who cares, man? Why does this bother you so bad that this game is going to be on PC? Like, I don't know. Just besides just for fanboy bragging rights and stuff, but man, it's whew, just
it's a process. I think it's a process of acceptance, if you will. Microsoft was the first to do it, to bring their games to PC and start eliminating the console exclusive, if you will, to include more players on PC. And me, as I used to be a console fanboy, a console war guy. And, thank God they did it, because I'm all for the better for it, because they did it with Xbox Play Anywhere. So I only needed to buy the copy once, and now with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, it's even better. I can play it on the cloud. I mean, it has done nothing but benefit me as a gamer. Right now, I'm already a PC guy. I obviously have a PS4. Spider-Man PS4 coming to the PC can only do good things, in my opinion. The more people get to experience great games, with minimal investment, I'm going to call it, although, PC gaming is not really a minimalistic style of gaming, but with minimal investment, extra investment, the better it is for everybody. I'm sure the developers love that more people are going to get to play their game. If you're really a fan of Spider-Man PS4 and you've been talking about how awesome it is and how great it is, hey, you know what? Now that guy that only plays, I don't know, on PC and thinks consoles are beneath him or her, they get to experience it now too. So,
and now aren't they bringing Miles Morales a little bit later in the year, right?
That's what I don't think it was announced at the show, but it might have been announced on the
that's what it's reading. And I mean,
it might have been announced on their blog post.
Yeah, all this, anybody that would have a problem with this, just the whole. Anybody that said back in 2018, you don't need an Xbox, you just buy your games on PC. Every PlayStation only guy had a $3,000 PC back in 2018, right? Because they were going to buy their Xbox, even though they didn't care about Xbox, but they didn't need an Xbox to play Xbox games, right? So all those people that said it and said, they'll never need PlayStation, they don't need another games on PC. And then they start bringing them out just one by one. They just keep coming out and just destroying narratives. That's what's funny about. That's what
I love that narrative.
Pop your popcorn. Yeah, pop your popcorn. Go check out Twitter and just anybody that's went against this whole narrative for the last 4 years. It's all just dissolving, and it doesn't even matter. Why did it matter back then? But now it's all blowing up in your face to talk about it, and it's a good move for Sony. So who cares? Just forget about it. Just let it go. Take the L. Everybody has to take an L in their life. If you never took an L in your life, you did. You just don't know. You just let life fly by you. Come on.
There's no such thing. Everybody's taking an L.
Yeah, take an L with this one, and it's good for Sony. How is it not? That's. Whatever this developer was that I can't remember what Nexus, whatever, not Nexus, that makes sense. Whatever, it starts with it. They acquired them to make PC ports, right?
Nexus,
that's what they're going to keep doing. And then eventually they're going to run out of ports, and they're just going to start being like, hey, all right, we're just going to put these on 3 months after their releases. And then all of a sudden they're just going to have the thing ready day and date, and who cares? It's all better for everybody. Just as long as you get to play the game, as long as you get to play the game that you want to play, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all gravy.
So good for good for PC Master Race for this. I'm glad you get. Too bad Too bad they can't be Stronghold to put over there on Xbox too. Nice, yeah. So.
Whatever. Dragon Heart Yobi comes in. The mods for Spider-Man and the villains are going to be wild. The modders literally have the entire Spider-Man comics at their disposal. Holy crap! I agree with Yobi. Yeah, the PC modding community is going to go through it.
Oh yeah, nice, Yobi.
Yeah, but guys, I think there's definitely a W for everybody. Literally everybody.
Yeah.
There's like 20 people who might have a problem with this. There's 20 people, and at that I only know of like 2. So I'm multiplying that by 10 and just assuming there's 20 people.
And you can go on Twitter and watch a couple of videos of people that are whining about it, just to see their problem. Yeah, but other than that, yeah,
that's not me. I'm all about the games.
For the most part,
I'm just about the games. Play on what you like,
Yeah.
like what you play.
Exactly.
Be grateful. I mean,
right.
I mean, it's amazing. Console wars are a first world problem. But yeah.
They're fun to watch. They're fun to watch from afar. Just kind of, just watch it from afar.
Don't be like that, guys. Be all about the games, because that's what matters in the end. So yeah, Spider-Man PS4 coming to PC. That's going to be a W in my.
And it'll look awesome on there too. It'll look great on there. And yeah, if my PC was able to play something, if my PC wasn't from 2012, I would check it out and play it with my Xbox controller and stuff. And yeah, but my PC can't handle it. So moving on to the
Stray.
Stray. Yeah, Stray.
Doggy, Stray. What do you think?
You know what? I have no interest in this, but I guess I did play Goat Simulator for hours on end with Willow, so no, this still has nothing to do. This didn't even feel like Goat Simulator. I don't know what this is, so this has no interest in me.
No interest. Okay, I was going to start a poll, but never mind, because I also have no interest in this.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I've watched several trailers of this from the beginning, and everything, and I know it's in a smaller developer doing this, and good for them for making this.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah.
But and it's in a cyberpunk future. I love cyberpunk. There's a lot of stuff here that makes me want to like this game, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know.
Not actual gameplay.
I think that scene is actually not actual gameplay.
It says it at the bottom. Yeah. That's the reason I noticed that when I was watching the show. I was like,
Stray coming to
cat?
to PS5, and I think it might also be coming to Xbox. I'm unsure because I'm not really interested, so I kind of don't care what it's coming to.
Yeah, even if this came to Game Pass,
it's a nothing burger for me, guys. Sorry if you're really into Stray, like what you like. I just don't.
Even if this came to Game Pass, hard pass. Like I said, I spent plenty of hours playing Goat Simulator. It looked way funner than this, and it was completely ridiculous. I can't imagine this. Like the funnest part of this is maybe taking a big dump in the litter box.
Oh, what's this? Oh, you want to save your game? Save your game at the litter box.
Yeah, really, yeah. You got to take a big dump in the litter box to save your game.
All right, Brandon Fulcher, cat games are the shizzle. Kilo Milo says kitty, so we know 2 people are looking forward to.
All right, see, we are in the minority here, obviously.
Yeah. Hey, there's lots of cat people. I just.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cats. The cats are cool. Yeah, cats are cool.
You remember that Aristocats?
Aristocats.
Disney are like everybody wants to be a cat. I think whoever developed this took that song a little serious. All right, yeah. It looks fine. I hope it does well.
Hopefully for the developer. And I mean, it looks. Yeah, it looks like they put some care into it. It just doesn't look like, as we say, doesn't look like my bag.
Right. I strut right out with my tail in the air. Oh my god.
Right, there you go. That's how you strut it.
Oh my god, confident cat. All right, up next is the Callisto Protocol. Doggy, what do you got on the Callisto Protocol?
Yeah, I don't know much about this, but it looked really cool. Is it a multiplayer, like kind of a multiplayer focused kind of game, right? I mean,
no, this is a horror game. This is a horror game, the Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, I don't know much. Okay, so I don't know much about the background of this, but when I was watching this looked very cool. graphics look tight on this. Maybe more background of what this is actually about, but it looked very cool when I was watching it. I thought it was more of a multiplayer.
No, this is definitely this looks like maybe you're a prisoner on maybe a prison rock or a prison planet, and something happened and you're trying to survive, get out. And it's a horror thriller, I think. The graphics look fantastic. First off, let's go off that. The graphics look, if they look anything like this in real
the
gameplay,
graphics,
that's going to be awesome. But yeah, the Callisto Protocol looks great. But I am not into horror games, mostly because modern horror games, because they're kind of slow, in my opinion. Everything can kill you, and you have no way to kill them back. It kind of takes away the fun where, like, instead of facing my problem, I got to run away. I don't know. I'm just maybe more of an action kind of guy. I like to get over it naturally, if you will, by killing them. But yeah, the graphics look good. Dark, as most horror games are. And
I don't know why
you just
I thought
someone get their face ripped off.
I don't know why I thought
the
that was
protocol.
multiplayer. Yeah,
I don't think it's any multiplayer, man.
No, I don't know why I thought that. I don't know why I thought that was multiplayer. But it looks awesome. Yeah, the graphics in that is just amazing. And I mean, I'm not big into horror games, but man, some of these horror games are showing off. Man, they're making you want to at least give it a run. So.
Kilomilo says, after all this time, I still don't know what Amber Heard. All right, sorry about that. Let's see. Dead Space series continues with this game. It will be excellent. If this is Dead Space 4-ish, that'd be cool. Especially if it's more Dead Space 1 or 2. That'll be more fun.
That's what I kept hearing about it. It was Dead Space vibes. So that was a good call. Good call, Brandon. That was what everybody's saying, whatever.
All right. And Brutal Legend just summarizing that, PlayStation games are coming to PC. You got to accept it. Agreed. Accept it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to make them the most money. That's where they're going. Yep.
I'll be playing it on Xbox. Yeah. Oh, so it's a multiplayer. I didn't.
Yeah, it's multiplayer. Yeah, it's multiplayer.
So Callisto Protocol, are you buying this, doggy, or not?
Once again, horror game. Probably wait till it's on sale. If it, I'm probably not gonna dig into this day one unless it's like the only thing in town. Like if this came out like 3 weeks from now because there ain't nothing going on, okay. Mm-hmm. But with it being like the whole horror genre and all that other stuff, which I don't know, what, December the 2nd, 2022, I just noticed that. Yeah.
Yep.
Not much out there. Who knows? Okay. If that's the only game in town, why not?
I don't typically put horror games on my radar just because I know what I like, and horror is so hit or miss with me, and mostly miss. I'd rather err on the side of caution and not. So this is a pass for me, not because I hate horror, it's just hit or miss. We did ask a poll in the chat. Doggy, can you read it out?
Oh, yeah, let's see. What was the poll? Are you hyped for the Callisto Protocol? We got a yes for 57%. We got 28% no, 14%
meh. All right. So most people are hyped for the Callisto Protocol. It looks fantastic, like I said.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Up next, we have an indie game here. Now, I thought this was that game Saber because it looks similar in art style, but this is a different indie game called Roller something.
That one. Yeah,
Roller Drum, which is kind of like you remember that show with Paul Heyman? What was it? Welcome to Rollerball or whatever it was.
Roller Jam,
something like that. So this is supposed to be some sort of combat skateboarding game.
Wait a minute. Hold on here. Paul Heyman was on a Roller Jam show?
Not Roller Jam. It was a movie called Rollerball or something where it was like people would skate and essentially kill each other.
Wow. Man, that just sums up the ECW thing. You guys were followed by Roller Jam or whatever that was called after it, and they cut your show off early, and then man, Paul Heyman, what are you doing? Anyway, go on. Yeah,
so I don't know if this is an arena combat game style or if you're fighting against the AI. But it looks cool. It looks cool. Very artistic. I love the art style, actually. But we'll see how it turns out. It is an indie showcase, and I think it's coming to PS Plus for free.
Yeah, I thought I saw that. Yeah.
I think so. Let's see. I think they'll put it on the announcement. Is this the one? Nope. I don't know if it was.
I thought I saw that too, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember which one was coming to PS Plus for free, guys. But Doggy, are you gonna put your skates on and go here?
If I'm putting my skates on, I'm probably gonna skate away from this one. But yeah, I when I was watching this yesterday, I was like, I mean the whole art style is cool and stuff, but I'm not gonna play it. There's no way I'm gonna play that. I mean, like, there's already other kind of roller skate games. I don't play those, so I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm not playing this. This doesn't stand out to be anything super cool to me. Nothing new. Nothing. Look cool, like cool graphics or nothing, but it's
The game that's coming free for PS Plus subscribers is Stray. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So Strays, yeah, okay,
Yeah, Stray.
and good for them. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's great. Day and date, everybody wins. I love day and date.
Right.
Makes you feel loved. Makes you feel loved when you're a subscriber.
Yeah.
All right. So no, pass on this one for me. I love the style, but I don't think I'm going to play it. Just saying.
Yeah, this doesn't.
All right.
Doesn't
Now,
excite me at all.
PlayStation sometimes is known for having some odd games, and this is definitely one of them. It's Evernights, the dating simulator game. What do you think of this one? Dating murder simulation.
Yeah, this. Yeah, when I was watching this, like, what? I mean, I kind of like this. Exactly, this kind of looks cool. The fighting style and stuff. But if it's gonna be like one of these games where you have cool fighting and stuff, but then in between that, you've got to figure out how to date the lady, and because you know if you know me, I know nothing about that. So I'm not going to get very far in this game. I know nothing about dating the ladies. It don't like me that much, But anyway, no.
Do you get to date the damsel in distress in this game?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but it is. It looks like a cool RPG or whatever. So I can kind of feel it. But yeah, what was the other game that I played that was like where you had to date people too? Was that Tales of Arise or something? Yeah, to set up dates and stuff. Yeah, just that's a little too much, man. That's a little too much detail, and I don't feel like having to set up dates and stuff. And I can't even set myself up date real life. Not much video game.
All right, so Eternites coming in early 2023. It is called a dating action game. So yeah.
See, I never get no action on my dates. See,
there you go.
Totally not me.
Eternites. So of course another Japanese game. Dating simulators. I don't know if they're doing very well in the US anymore. Brandon Fault says truly a Americanized Japanese anime game. Yeah, where you get to date the ladies. I've never played a dating sim game before, and I'm not going to start now. Yeah, I think if my wife saw me playing a dating simulator game, she might not like that. So
yeah, I was playing some game that's like that where you had to you were trying to pick up girls and like trying to court them or whatever, and it's like, this is like, that doesn't interest me at all. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't, I'd rather be like lifting weights and stuff like in San Andreas or something, like eating food, trying to eat proper, but dating the ladies, that's just, okay. That's a little much of virtual reality right there. Give me the heights. I'll take the heights, not the ladies. I can handle the heights, not the ladies.
All right. And Brandon Fault says, I love these games, the dating simulators. All right. Well, hey, let me know how they are. Let us know how they are, Brandon. All right. Doggy, this one's for you. This one's for you, bud.
Oh, I can't imagine what this is.
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Officially. And it is multi-plat.
Yes.
So, are you hyped for Street Fighter?
You're going into this show knowing it was like a third-party show, and I just figured this was going to be announced. And once I saw this, I was like, here it is. This is the moment of truth. Like, is this going to just be exclusive PlayStation? Am I going to have to go get a PS5 to play this thing? No, it's for everybody. And what's cool is, like, I don't know if maybe I was taking this wrong. It kind of looks like you can make your own dude. It's going to kind of have like an open world kind of element to it.
Yeah, it is a little weird. What do you think of the art style, the fighters, the way the?
No, I love it. Okay, there's some people are. Oh man, no. It kind of reminds me of Street Fighter Alpha 3 or Street Fighter Alpha
4 style. Yeah,
Street Fighter 4. Those kind of games, right? Like I love Mortal Kombat for its realistic, digitized, all that stuff. What's tried to be ever since. But Street Fighter's always been cartoony. Always, just make the sprites a little bit bigger. Just make them. Just drawn in style, So, yeah, this is fine. This is great. This is the way it should go. Yeah, I love the way it looks. Like I was saying a few seconds ago, kind of looks like maybe they're trying to do like a open world kind of element into it too. So, yeah, I mean, I'd be cool if it was just a straight fighting game and let's go, because the fighting looked great. Some of the combos they were pulling off in this looked great. The fighting looked great.
Yeah.
You going down? Yeah, you're going down, Brandon Fultz. Even though Brandon Fultz is, he is the master. He's pretty awesome. Yeah, with me and Brandon Fultz, we're going to be playing this. All right, we're going. This looks great. I'm super excited. I'm glad it's playable for everybody. I'm glad to see that everybody gets a chance to play this. Hopefully, it's like cross play, so everybody can play it on all platforms.
Oh, that would be bad. That would be
and it should be. I think Capcom likes to do that. So yeah, I was super.
Look at those moves, man.
Right. This is looking great. I can't ask
all the ink stains that you spill up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm perfectly happy with the way this looks. I love the art style. I didn't think it needed to look super realistic or anything. I just make it look better than the last.
Hey, chat, let us know who your favorite character is in the Street Fighter series.
Yeah,
I didn't see my boy here. My boy Ken was excluded from the trailer, so I'm gonna have to go with Chun-Li based on who I saw. Doggy, who do you got?
I guess if Ken's not there, I guess I'm going Ryu.
Ryu.
You got the same.
Yeah,
it's the same fun stuff. That's what we got.
All right. So that's Street Fighter 6, which I know everybody was very hyped about. Obviously, PlayStation owns the EVO, the tournament. So you can expect to see Street Fighter 6 at the tournament on EVO. So yeah, be sure to
that's great. Yeah.
And then they showed a couple of fighters. Commentator. Oh, this is commentator voices. Yeah, but we're gonna skip all that, guys. Tunic, game that released day one on Game Pass. Doggy.
Yeah.
It was apparently only a 6-month exclusive because it is coming to PlayStation and everywhere else, I hope. What do you think?
Oh, that's cool. That's cool that kind of had about the same exclusivity or something about its Death Store or whatever. But it's good. It's good.
It's good. Yeah.
It's good that Game Pass seems to bring these cool, really good indie games to Game Pass first, and maybe get to try them out. I love Death Store. Speaking of that game, if you haven't ever played that, please play that game. Spare yourself from missing that. This game here, this game's good. I like the fighting style. Just like the puzzles and the
They're hard. Those puzzles are hard, man.
Yeah, because I don't feel like, man, I was gonna play. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna watch YouTube and figure this game out. So I can't figure out how to ring that second bell or whatever. And
you got further than me. I lost my patience almost instantly.
And you can't read. Half the stuff's in this stupid, it's not even a language. It's like these stupid characters or something. Yeah,
they're like hieroglyphic style. Yeah.
So, because when I started playing that game, I thought I had it set to a different language, and I was like, okay, what I do, and I looked at the options, I was like, no. And I had to watch Maka's video and make sure, his because he was trying to show you the achievement, how to get early in the game. So, okay, all right, okay, it's cool. So I started playing it, and nothing against the game. It just, those puzzles, with the way it's cool how you go pick up pieces of the instruction booklet, and it's cool the way you piece it together, but I gave up on it. Call me whatever. But I waited forever on that game too, and thank the Game Pass for saving me the not fine. I don't know. It's too bad. It's a shame I didn't get through it. Really, but it's good.
Right,
the PlayStation guys get to play this too because it's a good game.
Absolutely. So Jesse Darby, not Jesse Darby. Brandon Folt says, "I'll beat you on Street Fighter on a Dance Revolution dance pad." What's up?
He probably would. Brandon Foltz, yeah, he probably would. He's probably beat me at every video game I tried to play in. He's the man.
Jesse Darby, not to say that I disagree with your point. I do agree with it, but right here we're only focusing on the games. Join us on Sunday on Good Morning Xbox, where we'll actually discuss that point. So yeah, there we go. And then comes another game. By the way, Tunic, I tried it, played it. I could probably finish it, but I'm not going to just because I have other games to play. So if you like Tunic and enjoyed it, great. And if shout out to the developers for putting this on every platform. I know that's a lot of work. And I'm glad that they got the exposure they wanted with the advertising deal with Xbox. And hopefully it pays off for you guys.
Wasn't that made by one guy?
I think so.
One man team?
Darby says that his favorite guy is Vega.
Ooh! That's
Milo says foxes are better than cats. Anything is better than cats.
Yeah.
That's right, I said it.
Dude, foxes don't poop in litter boxes. You got to scoop out and clean. So yeah.
Up next is this thing called Season, A Letter to the Future. And I watched this trailer now like 3 or 4 times, Doggy, and I got to tell you, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, this thing was this.
I have no comment because I have no context. Just it looks like it might be a narrative-driven game.
Right. Yeah.
And
there was nothing.
They didn't want to show too much of the narrative, and I have no idea what's going on.
Right. That's true.
I have nothing to say on this game.
Yeah. I have nothing. It's
All right. There we go. Nothing to say. Moving on. Final Fantasy 16. This was the show closer.
Yeah.
And what a trailer. It got the longest trailer. 2 minutes and 59 seconds. 3-minute trailer. And as we all know, Final Fantasy 16 signed a 2-year exclusivity deal with PlayStation. So the only way you're going to play Final Fantasy 16 is either on PlayStation or PC if it comes out on PC. Although they haven't announced it yet. Officially. And Dougie, what do you think of this trailer, Final Fantasy 16? You getting a PS5 for Final Fantasy 16?
I am not going to get a PS5 for this game, but it looked really cool. I've kind of lost base, just the whole. I haven't played the Final Fantasy games like since 10 or 11 or whatever that. So I just. They're not the same to me as back when they were a kid. And when I was a kid, I love the Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on Super Nintendo, Final Fantasy 7. But these just don't do it for me anymore. I don't know, because I know going in, it's going to take me way too long. When I played,
way too long.
Yeah, I can't remember which one my brother gave me 9 or 10 or something. He gave me this big strategy guide with it. Maybe it's even 12. I don't remember what it was. It was on the 360, and it had like this great big. I go in there and get it, but it had this great big, like 3 or 4 discs, right? And it gave me this great big strategy guide. And I started playing. And I just didn't enjoy it. It just wasn't the same as the old treasure chests and old dragons and just simple. It was too much. I just didn't enjoy it like I used to. It just didn't. I'm a sucker for the old days, and this took me away from the old days. It was just
from the turn-based combat.
Yeah, just the old days. It just like I said, treasure chest. I don't know. It was just way more than what I want to deal with, and it just was as good as it looks. It's just not. And not to mention, I think haven't the latest Final Fantasies, don't they all tie into something? All those characters, like
as far as I know, they've never been tied together. They just use the same kind of base.
Okay. Even this one named off names. I was like, oh, are they starting to like tie in like it's a whole like Phoenix and all this tied? And like are these all?
These are all
like
the
characters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Summons.
See. Okay. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I've lost.
By the way, chat,
I've lost
let
touch
us know.
with the Final Fantasy, and it's too bad.
Let us know who your favorite summon is in the chat today. So did you ever do summons, Doggy, in the old games?
The summons came around. Weren't they in the Final Fantasy 3 at first? But that the
Final
first
Fantasy 3 here, yeah, but I think it was 6 everywhere else. But
Yeah, Final Fantasy 6. Yeah,
Yeah.
those were the first summons. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep. So that's what those were, the summons names.
So
Yeah,
my
I guess
favorite
not. You
summon-
named them off. Yeah.
obviously the Knights of the Round, but of the one they showed here, my favorite one is gonna have to either be Shiva or Bahamut. I love those two.
Oh, Bahamut. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was epic. So there you go. Final Fantasy 16 trailer. Doggy's not in. He doesn't want to figure out what the Final Fantasy is all about. Which to me is just independent stories based on the same context, using the same kind of elements, chocobos and gil and potions and stuff, which I kind of like. But to me, they've never been connected. At least I've never been able to connect them in my head.
So they're not connected like Final Fantasy 15 and 16 aren't connected at all. Like they
Don't
haven't
think
started
so.
doing that. Oh, okay.
Don't
Well,
think
that's
so.
cool. But still, they have lost to me what they were back in the day. They just seem too modernized and stuff. I just like the old school. Put on the chainmail. Give me a sword. Let me go find a few treasure chests with some gold coins. And go find some village over west where I could find a better sword. Man, this is is.
Okay, boomer. Whatever you say. No, I'm just kidding, Doggy. I'm just kidding. No. All right. So Brandon Foltz says that his favorite summon is Bahamut Zero. Great summon. Final Fantasy to me is kind of an interesting saga. I enjoy some of the games and I hate some of the others. Like, I didn't like Final Fantasy 13. I'm just going to straight out say it. I think Final Fantasy 13 was trash. Final Fantasy 15 was awesome. Final Fantasy 14 is great. Final Fantasy 11 can suck it. Stuff like that. Oh, What Are Your Dragons TV is out of here. Thank you so much for showing up, Lemon. Have a good day.
Yeah, Lemon. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. Some of them I'll like, some of them I'll hate. Like Final Fantasy Tactics was hard as hell, and I loved it. I loved Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm not going to lie to you. I probably enjoy Final Fantasy Tactics more than I enjoy Final Fantasy.
You would.
So
You would, Axel.
yeah. Final Fantasy 16 is interesting to me. Am I going to buy a PlayStation just for this game? No, but I'll buy a PlayStation to play a series of games, and this being amongst them. Right? So out of the state of play, my favorite showings have been obviously excited for my Oculus Quest, the Saints and Sinners Chapter 2. I'm going to go with Horizon, Call of the Mountain, Final Fantasy 16, and those are the top 3 that I saw on the show. What are your top 3, Doggy?
And this game does look good, doesn't it?
It does. What are your top 3, Doggy?
Well,
PlayStation
definitely the Street Fighter 6 is top in my book. I mean, you have to go figure.
Yeah, how could it not be? If it was anything else, I'd call you a fraud.
Yeah, the Resident Evil 4, it's probably gonna, it's gonna be awesome. I'm not a big Resident Evil guy. I'm sure it's gonna be. And trying to think what else was in the show. Think back. I'm sure
it was Stray.
Yeah, Stray was awesome. I mean, there was a lot of awesome looking games. What was that? The Dead Space game.
Oh, Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one looks super awesome. And yeah, if that's just a single player game, I thought that. I don't know if I was hearing somebody say that was going to be a multiplayer or something. But yeah, if that's just a single player thing, yeah, that would be a pretty cool game, really.
Yeah.
Callisto Protocol. Or something, right? Yeah.
Protocol. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So give me that. Yeah, give me those 3. And I'll tell you what. Next week on June the 9th on the Jeff Keighley show, there's going to be some more awesome stuff dropping.
Absolutely. We're joined real quick by Honey Bun. She says, sorry I'm late. You're not late. You're always on time. All right. So there you go, guys. That was the State of Play show from us. We're all about the games, and these are games we're looking forward to coming out. Doggy, what would you rate the show? From 0 to 100? Or
to 100?
0 to 10. Yeah, 0 to 10.
0 to 10. Man, supposed to be a PlayStation show. I don't have a PlayStation, but it was a third-party show, and I always love seeing shows about new games. Whether it's even if they're just PlayStation games, I don't have a PS right now. You know what I'm saying? I always love seeing shows about games, and really they did pretty good. It was real quick, no BS talking in between it and all this and that, just snapping between this and that. Really, I'd give them a 7. Give him a 7.
7.
Wait, no, can I say it like on what was that movie? The football movie, Varsity Nights. 10. I give it a 10.
All right. Before we get going, I did ask a poll in the chat. Are you hyped for Final Fantasy 16? Doggy, what did the chat say? And while Doggy pulls that up, Brutal Legend 2 gives it a 7.
Yeah.
John 907 gives it a 6. Brandon Fault says we need a Final Fantasy VR Amsterdam Red Light District edition. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna Doggy, how's that poll coming?
Looks like I got 50% for meh, and then a 33% for no. That doesn't really add up.
And 16% yes.
Yeah, 60% yes.
Wow, so not very many people are excited for Final Fantasy 16. All right. So I'm going to give the show a 7 as well, because the games that I saw that I liked, I really liked. There are some games in it that I could care less about, but it's not about the ones I don't care about. It's about the ones I care about, and they showed a lot of what I like. I kind of don't like that one of them that I really want to play. I have to invest $1,000 into PS5, PSVR, all that other good stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm just kind of dreading that. I'm gonna have to start a separate account like the mag just to buy that one.
How much do you think the PSVR set's going to be on top of the system itself?
If I had to guess. So right now, the number one VR set in the world, and that's because it does individual finger tracking, is the Index, the Valve Index, and that one retails for $1,000.
Oh, okay.
And I'm thinking PlayStation can't put out $1,000 VR expansion. The fact that it has to rely on the PS5, they might subsidize it. So I'm going to go with $400 to $500.
Yeah,
that's what I'm aiming at. Well, that's where I'm thinking they're going to put it. With everything they promised, I'm going to say $400 to $500.
I'm going $399 at the most, because it runs off of
the PS5.
Yeah. So really, I mean, $299. Would that be out of the question? I mean,
I don't know. Well, most VR headsets use a computer to do the VRing. All they are is a pass-through, a video pass-through, and your computer does all the work.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. The VR headset still has all kinds of little gizmos in it, head tracking, motion, eye tracking, all that crap. But, it's just, I don't see how they're going to do what they're promising. Even 500 might be, I don't see them staying
I'm way off
below
base.
500.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't see it. That's all I'm saying. All right.
It's going to be interesting.
Brandon Paul says, Elden Ring expansion 10 out of 10. Let's go. I've heard rumors. Let's go indeed. I don't plan on getting a PS5 until I see something I like. This show didn't make me want to buy one. Hey, you know what? And if it did it.
Yeah.
That's not for everybody. I will never buy a game console or a gaming anything for a singular game. You better have a lot of what I like. And, PlayStation does. They have God of War. They have Horizon.
They have a lot of games I missed. Yeah. If I was to pick up a PS4 or 5, yeah, I'd have plenty of games to play that just their exclusives that I missed. So I mean, I didn't even play that God of War 2018. So I mean,
exactly. All right, Brother Follow says, if we boost y'all's channel enough, 1,000 VR systems will be easy money for you. That's right.
That's
all
right,
guys. We are gonna end the show right here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I didn't have the end of the show screen up. There we go. And if you guys want, we can go raid Mav's show if you guys want to stay on after the show to go raiding. But Doggy, let them know where they can find you.
Every Tuesday night, we have the Retro Renegades, 7 Eastern Time. Come join us, man. We got fun, we got beer, we got pizza, we got live gameplay, We got nothing but fun. We have it all. Come check it out.
Be sure to check it out, guys. It's funny. And of course, you can catch me this Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern hosting Good Morning Xbox while Noof Nukem is on his sabbatical. We're going to be talking just general opinions on the PS5 show. The State of Play. But we're also going to be doing predictions this week for the Xbox Showcase. We'll see what we have. All right. Now, with that being said, let me figure out this rating thing, guys. Let me see if I can figure it out. So bear with me.
Some ratings.
I know Mike Mullis put this on his thing. All right. Let's see. How do I do it?
Are we rating?
Yeah, I want to raid Mav Show. Create highlight.
Oh, we're rating. Okay, we're going to rate people. All right.
Marker, share.
Is this kind of like, we're like in the crowd.
Oh, man,
Assassin's
I must
Creed
have
Valhalla. We're rowing in the boat. Let's go get him. Let's raid.
Let's raid.
We're gonna set their village on fire.
Calm down, doggy.
We got burning pitchforks. Rah! And a bottle of vodka.
There you go. Hold on, guys. For some reason, I am unable to raid. I must have not turned on my. My selection to do it. So I'm sorry, everybody. Okay.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Man, you guys were
either way. Thank you, chat. Exactly. Thank you so much for what you guys do. Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you guys, and we will catch you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. The real MVPs.
That's right. Chat is the real MVPs. Oh my gosh, I can't.